Hello everyone, I'm just going to do a quick update on the storm that is currently occurring across the most of northern New England, southern New England, and the mid-Atlantic. Again, temperatures are pretty much warm anywhere from southern Maine on southward, middle New Hampshire, southern Vermont, central New York, all the way down here. You have temperatures above freezing, so you're seeing mainly rain in this area. So look at the extent of all this precipitation. Now, this is really big. Now, your low pressure is probably somewhere back in here still, and it's going to move east-northeast throughout the night here. Now, what's going to happen here is, let's take a look. You got snow all the way up in here on the northern side of this thing. So this is all snow, some of it heavy at times. It's kind of hard to see darker blue, but believe me, there are some heavier snow bands in here. You got some snow extending back into here as well, into West Virginia, Pennsylvania, even into Ohio, and even northeastern Kentucky. So you could see this cold Arctic air starting to make its shift eastward, which means the storm is right here, because it would be on the boundary between the warm and the cold air, and it's going to, as it moves east, your rain and snow line is going to shift south and east as well. And this rain is going to change to snow, but that won't happen for a while for most of this area. On the southern end of this, you have rain extending from Boston, Massachusetts, down through Connecticut, Rhode Island, into Long Island, into southern New York, New York City, Long Island, into New Jersey. You have actually a band of thunderstorms here moving eastward. There have been a couple of warnings in this area of precipitation here for severe storms, so you might want to watch out there. And again, you have accumulating snow generally. Now, what's going to start to happen is, as this moves east, it's going to start taking in more moisture. So your snows are going to really start to pick up north of central New York and north of Connecticut, Rhode Island, and central Massachusetts and central Pennsylvania. This entire area into Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, northern New York, your snow is going to start to pick up, and it's going to really become heavy at times. As the storm moves east, it continues to strengthen, it takes in more moisture, it's going to explode on the northern side, so watch out. Southern side, not so much. You're just going to have some rain to deal with. I think this is much less of a storm for you down here than it is for these guys up here. They're getting a lot more. Alright, now, that's your overall picture, and the next thing I want to show you is the extent of warnings that we are looking at right now. So if you take a look, this is all a winter storm warning, the purple over here. The red is blizzard warning. Sorry, that's pink. The purple is winter weather advisories. Okay, and you actually have severe thunderstorm watches in here, so you better watch out there. I was showing you that those storms on the radar there. So if you come over here, let's look at our blizzard warning. 3 to 5, so storm totals, it says of 8 to 15 inches. Gusts are going to be coming pretty strongly off the Great Lakes, because as that storm moves through, what's going to happen is, as that storm moves through here, okay, so this is where it is right now. As that storm moves through, it has winds circulating around it like that. That's going to bring in stronger winds and more snow off the Great Lakes. So you have near blizzard conditions on this side. Now, as this storm moves east-northeast, like I said, it's still back in here right now, but it's going to be moving. That Arctic air is going to rush in behind it. So you go from that Arctic air just rushes in, because what happens is this storm is so strong that as the winds come up from around it here, it's going to be wrapping that cold air around it, and southerly flow is going to be having moisture coming in, so you're going to get really heavy snow on the northern and western side. So that's the setup. Now, on the back side, once again, you will get some snow. In these areas here, in the southern areas, you will get some snow showers. I think most of the heavy precipitation is gone by the time the Arctic air works in for places like New York City, Long Island, New Jersey, southeastern Pennsylvania, all those areas. It's pretty much to your north by then, so heavy snow is going to last longer up here. Okay, if you take a look at your European model, this is 7 p.m. Again, your low is still back in here. High pressure up here, that's trying to funnel in that Arctic air, but this storm is going to overtake that as it moves northeast. Here's your wind energy here. Again, the eastern part of this combined with the northern part of that coming down. Then it strengthens and swings pretty much due east and then due east to northeast there. So see that? You got a negative tilt here. So you got moisture coming in there, moisture coming in here. Translates to heavy snow on the northwest side, and look at that. So you go from that to that. So it tracks pretty much just along the Pennsylvania Turnpike, just north of Long Island, New York City, over Connecticut, over southeastern Massachusetts, and then into southern Maine. So again, you're going to be taking in moisture this way, and heavy snows will translate back that way. Alright, so that's what the European model is showing. American model is showing pretty much the same thing. Look at this energy here. Look at how strong that is. So here's your storm right now where it is. It's pretty much, the American model has it tracking right over New York City and Long Island, and then moving northeast like that. So there you go. It strengthens it about the same as the European model. And again, this is early Thursday morning. Look, by the time the changeover is going to happen, most of your heavier precipitation is still up there. So areas in here, you're not going to see as much snow as the areas further north and east. As this intensifies, it'll be taking in more moisture. It'll be wrapping cold air around it. Okay, I believe that is about it for setup and graphics and everything. So my snowfall map is basically the same as yesterday. I'm not going to change it. Here we go. Hold on. So we're still going to go with a coating to an inch for those areas. Central, southern Pennsylvania, northern New Jersey, Long Island, New York City, southern Connecticut, central Connecticut, Poughkeepsie on south for New York, Rhode Island, and southeastern and coastal Massachusetts. You'll basically see a coating to maybe up to an inch, but you're mainly going to be rain for this event, so keep that in mind. And I'm going to talk about another icing threat as soon as I get through this, but your 1 to 3 line is going to stay the same. Might be shifted a little bit farther north because the rain is actually a lot further north than I expected. So I'd say that it's safe to say that every line here between snowfall amounts could probably be shifted about 25 to 50 miles northward. But again, I've been busy. I didn't feel like drawing up a new map. This is still pretty accurate. The dark blue is 12 to 18. So your highest amounts are going to be along a line stretching from northwestern Pennsylvania through central New York. Albany, you're on the dividing line between 3 to 6 and 6 to 12. You'll probably see around 6. And then extending northeastward across southern New Hampshire and Vermont, and then across the coast of southern Maine. So that's where your 6 to 12 is going to start. Then you get into the 12 to 18, the 18 to 24, and the 24 plus, because as you have your storm over here, it's going to be tracking up here. It's going to intensify and rapidly take in moisture. So where does that moisture go? It translates to heavy snow on the northern and western side, because that flow is taking it in a northwesterly fashion. That's why on the northwest side of the storm, you're going to get your heaviest snow. Now, will people see up to 3 feet? It's possible. I really don't think you're going to see that much. I think it's safe to say that there will be reports of up to 30 inches of snow in some locations in the red. So yeah, I think in the red area, I think definitely north of the pink here, you're going to see 12 to 18 at least in all of these areas, at least 12 to 18. 18 to 24 is definitely possible in central Maine, northern Vermont, northern New Hampshire, northeastern New York, and I think you could also get 18 to 24 from that additional lake effect snow coming off the Great Lakes. I think 2 feet is over 2 feet is a possibility in the red area, with reports of up to 30 inches possible. But again, the further east you go, the more you get. So I wouldn't be against extending this red line throughout all of central Maine there, and possibly even a little farther north. So again, just keep that in mind. This is a really big storm for northern New England, and this is one that you're going to remember. And the one that I'm looking at for next week, Sunday into Monday, I don't think it's going to be as big as this one. for the southern areas. I think this is definitely the storm of the winter for these areas up here. Now, the other threat that I'm watching for, I would say, areas from the purple, from the 3 to 6 line on south, and even up into here, but not as much. You're getting more snow up here, but down south you're getting more rain, and then you have cold air working in rapidly behind the storm, so your temperature is going to drop rapidly over a very short period of time, and you have rain on the ground. So I think there's going to be a flash freeze, like it's just going to freeze. You're going to get a sheet of ice for tomorrow morning, and travel conditions will be hazardous for a period of time. So watch for that. That could extend all the way into the northern mid-Atlantic. But again, the rain wasn't as extensive as I thought it was going to be, so I think the threat is somewhat less. But if you don't get a sheet of ice, which again I'm kind of doubting, I would at least watch for areas of black ice because they will be around. There will be icy conditions tomorrow morning. So watch that. Now, besides the Sunday into Monday threat, I am watching another storm system for next Wednesday across New England and the Mid-Atlantic and the Midwest as well. I haven't gotten into it yet because I just spent 15 minutes focusing on the storm for Sunday into Monday. But we will start to get into that tomorrow or Friday. I'm gonna take it easy. All right, thanks guys for watching. All right, bye.